A FedEx driver has been charged with the kidnapping and killing of a 7-year-old girl. The search for the girl began on Wednesday. Hundreds of volunteers, multiple law enforcement agencies participating before Athena Strand's body was finally found. And police believe that the 31-year-old driver, Tanner Lynn Horner, made a delivery to the young girl's home before abducting and later killing her, snatching her just feet from the house. Joining us now for a closer look at this case, former CIA officer and FBI Special Agent Tracy Walder. Tracy, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And Tracy, first of all, just a terrible story. And I know you and I were speaking about this case before the show. You mentioned this is truly a crime of opportunity. Can you explain what you mean by that?
So really what this and this hits home to me. My own daughter is 7 and I live about an hour from where this horrific crime happened. Really a crime of opportunity is someone that has deviant behavior, which this FedEx driver obviously did in this case. And he sees a victim that satisfies those deviant needs. And that victim can be anywhere and everywhere. And it's really hard to screen for those kinds of behaviors in a background check.
That is so awful. And what is so tough with a situation like this is one always looks back and says, what could have prevented this? And we'll talk about FedEx and their role in just a moment. But in this case, the parent wasn't doing anything wrong per se. Is that right?
It doesn't seem like it. I've heard that she had an argument with her stepmother, and at that point, then left, I guess, the house unbeknownst to the stepmother. And that's the thing. It's so easy, I think, sometimes to blame parents for not doing this or doing that. And I think we need to be careful about that because we don't know the specifics of the situation. It sounds like the stepmother went to just go make dinner, and she left the house, I think, out of frustration at that time. And in that case, there's nothing really wrong going on per se. And I think that that's what makes something like this scary to a lot of us, and that it truly is something that could happen to anyone.
Absolutely. And him being a delivery driver, he has a reason to be in that neighborhood. He has a reason to be close to the house. And of course, one wonders with FedEx, what is the background check like? And if he did not have a criminal history, how can we still screen and catch deviant behavior before tragedy happens?
And you're so right. He absolutely had a reason to be in that neighborhood. If I saw a FedEx truck in my neighborhood, it certainly wouldn't raise alarms to me. So a common background check that he would have had in this case, and I went on FedEx's website to check that out, would have just been things like his criminal history, his employment history, a credit check, vehicle history, just very basic things. It's really difficult to screen for those types of behaviors. I debated sharing this. I'm a former FBI agent. I was a teacher, and the school I was at offered free daycare for us. And my daughter's teacher was actually sentenced to 20 years in prison for watching child pornography at school. And that's a really difficult thing to screen for. We don't search people's internet history. We don't search their behaviors. We don't follow them to see if they have behaviors that wouldn't pop up in these background checks.
And Tracy, I appreciate you sharing that with our viewers. I know you disclosed it to me before, and I'm sorry again for that experience and for what your daughter went through. I do want to ask if he did not have a criminal history, and it is so difficult to catch deviant behavior like this. With a profile like this, are there any patterns or deviant behavior that one would expect to find? And what can we do to try to screen this better in the future?
It's a great question. It's part of why I decided to actually share my story tonight, because I think that as parents, a lot of that onus now falls upon us. And really all we can do, because it is so difficult that, you would have to get a warrant, right, to go on someone's personal computer and see what they're doing. FedEx would have to get a warrant to be able to do that. And they can't necessarily in this case because they wouldn't have had a reason to. But as parents, really that onus falls upon us to, I guess, in essence, question everything and trust nothing, and to always, we can't always trust people that we think are there to be trusted, like a FedEx driver, a teacher. And I think a lot of times we're lulled into that sense of complacency. And I think always having an antenna up at all times may seem stressful, but if you sort of get it into your normal behavior, it just becomes part of who you are.
I appreciate that. And that is a good bottom line coming out of this. Tracy Walder, certainly appreciate the perspective. Sad that this is the world we live in, where that kind of constant vigilance is necessary, but appreciate it. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.